Hey guys, that sound you're hearing is a young timber rattlesnake directly under the camera in a box. And she's a little upset. She was rattling there because of this bumpy road. Also because she's been captured. And a person captured her yesterday from the backyard of an individual who lives up here in this area. And she was in an area where she would be threatening their dogs if their dogs came around. Actually, it'd probably be more the other way around. The dogs would threaten her, then she would defend herself. And of course, then the dogs would get injured and the snake would get blamed. That's just how it goes when humans and snakes come into contact, especially snakes that have a venom. So that's where I come in. I'm going to take the snake and release it way back up in the woods, but still near its home range, so that it can get back to its home range. So that's where we're going right now. So let's get this little girl back to safety. I think that'll work. See, the little branches on here will allow the snake to have something to twine around so I can keep it away from me. So since I forgot to bring my handy dandy snake hook, I'll use something natural that will probably actually work better. Alright, so what we have here is, we brought the snake up here that I was talking about a little while ago. We brought her up in this plastic tub that really wouldn't be my choice of an approved venomous reptile transport device, but that's what we have. I'm going to get her out. We're going to look at her and hope she's a little cooperative. Oh, she stopped. She's hopefully going to calm down a little. And hopefully I'll be able to get her up on the stick and we'll get to look closely at her. And then I'm going to weigh her, hopefully, and then take pictures of her and let her go into this big rotten log here. To try to call me at this very moment. I think the dry bag's going to work. Let's try it as a handle. A little better. Now, as long as she doesn't come shooting out of the bag while I'm trying to weigh her. $7.40. Good, got it. Listen to that rattle get in the bag. $7.40. So I'll have to subtract the weight of the bag and then we'll get her accurate weight. Count the scales on her underneath her tail. No, it'll come back. It'll come back. It's really hard to get up. This is a very small rattlesnake compared to the ones I'm used to dealing with, so it's hard to handle her. She's being pretty calm, so that's very useful. I could just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Okay. Somewhere between male and female. I'm actually leaning more towards a young male now, based on the number of scales that she has. subcaudal scale. It's coming towards the cameraman. I'll stop that from happening, don't worry. It can be surprising, to say the least. This is where zoom comes in extremely handy. And these pictures I'm taking are not just for pretty pictures. I'll be able to identify her in the future if I ever see her again, based on her markings. Every timber rattlesnake has a different pattern on its back, just like every human has a different fingerprint. And these snakes are extremely important to a healthy ecosystem because of the amount of rodents that they eat. They're top predators in this environment, and they consume a very large amount of chipmunks, squirrels, mice, rats, and other rodents that would otherwise vector that would otherwise vector harmful diseases to us humans and to other animals. She has decided to crawl up under the log, and I think I'm just going to let her do it. She's finding her nice little hole now. She's looking for one anyway. So she has 2 segments remaining on her rattle. She has lost, I keep saying she, he has lost most of his segments. Probably maybe something chewed him off, or more likely she got him caught between a crack in a rock, or you know, a crack in a log or a rock, and they broke off. So we're going to let her go on about her business here in the forest and call it a successful relocation of a rattlesnake. Now, when I say relocation, I didn't move her a long distance. Probably not even half a mile. Yeah. I did not move her a long distance. I only moved her maybe about half a mile, which should give her the chance to find her original home range and you know, get home safely. But hopefully she will have learned, because of this interaction with man, that she should not go back to that spot where she was originally found, potentially causing a hazard to the dogs and humans in that area. Looks like she's going to decide to stay down in here. She can get herself down in there. It's a pretty tight little hole. Look at that rattle go. She'll probably find an old root hole that is rotten from when this tree was living. You know, the root is rotted out and left a channel in the earth, and she can go down in there and curl up and get her bearings before she heads back home. She's starting to feel comfortable already. She stopped rattling. You can probably touch her rattle, see what happens. Yeah, she didn't like that. Just kind of help her get down in there a little quicker. We'll leave her alone here, and we'll just hope to never see her again. But at least we know she's safe and protected from harm.
Hey.